Though it happened 150 miles away in Wausau, the actions of their mayor are leading to an outcry here in Madison. On Sunday, Mayor Doug Diny moved a ballot box from outside of City Hall inside.
It's Mayor Diny's first year in office, and though he campaigned against the use of ballot boxes, he insists he did nothing wrong and only moved the box because it wasn't bolted down. The drop box was locked and had no ballots in it.
But today in Madison, about 20 individuals from a variety of voter rights and advocacy groups spoke out against the mayor. WMTV's Marcus Arsvold joins us now, and disability activists argue what the mayor did should be investigated.
Yeah, voter right advocates here in Madison believe the Wausau mayor's actions go against what elected leaders should do, saying he should be making voting easier, not harder. The Wisconsin Democracy Campaign, a progressive nonprofit, put on the press conference today saying they want legal action taken against Mayor Diny. Several speakers say he removed the drop box as a way to prevent people from voting. Disability advocates say drop boxes are extra important to them because they may not be able to vote the same way able-bodied individuals do on Election Day.
But our voices will be silenced without these drop boxes. So what this mayor has done is basically stated our votes don't matter. That's not the case. Your vote matters, or people wouldn't be trying to take it.
Wausau's clerk says the box wasn't open yet and no ballots were inside of it, and it would have been bolted down before it was removed, before it was opened for use. We know the Marathon County District Attorney says she plans to investigate the mayor. I reached out to Attorney General Josh Kaul, who has not gotten back to me yet. Live in the studio, Marcus Arsvold, WMTV 15 News.